Hey guys, it's your girl Nosh, and I'm back at it again. This is a very important message. Actually, it's. I've been thinking. Okay, you know what happens when I think? Bad things happen when I think. Well, bad things for bad people. um, I was thinking, and I was doing a little bit of research. I was kind of like accumulating all my information, because this is a really good topic. You know how I always tell you guys that when you're not supposed to be with someone, the universe will show you. Um, I was thinking, like, over the time period that I've known women, and the stories that women have told me. Like, these messages and these videos are, like, especially the ones I do like this, are a compilation of experiences that other people have gone through, and that may have been, too shy or too scared or too, self-conscious to share with other people. So what I do is I keep those people anonymous, but I tell you their stories. So I knew a few women um, that I came up around. Well, not came up around, but like I met on this spiritual journey, as you can call it, life. I noticed something. And ladies, this is for you. Men, if you're listening, you can get comfortable. You can listen. I'm not a man this lifetime, so I can't see things from your point of view. But for the women, this is definitely something women need to understand. Ladies, please be careful of the men you sleep with, the men you have around you, the men you interact with, the men you engage with, especially intimately. I was thinking about it. I had known this woman, let me tell you, I had known this woman who was dating someone for about 6 to 7 years, and she was trying to get pregnant with him, right? So this is for my ladies who, might be wanting to have a kid, or you just hear me out, okay? If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. I had known this lady. She was trying to get pregnant from this man for 6 to 7 years, and it did not happen. Like, I'm talking about, they used no protection, no nothing, and he would, try to get her pregnant, but it would not happen. She would immediately just get her period when it was time for her to get her period, meaning she couldn't conceive with him. She ends up breaking up with him, and she starts dating someone else. Within, let me count the time period that she was with this other guy. This is someone I know personally. Like three to 4 months, maybe max 6 months that she had known him, and she got pregnant. She was with someone for 7 years, and she kept trying over and over to get pregnant with this person, and it did not happen. 6 months of being with another individual, bam, she got pregnant. You're gonna be like, oh, maybe his whatchamacallit was weak, or this. No. Nothing like that. She was not meant to have a child with that person that she was with 7 years with. Okay. You have to understand, when I say when things are meant to be, they're meant to be. Okay. Some things are fated, some things are ill-fated. So think about it. If you're trying to have a child with someone and it's not happening, have you ever thought about it, where this person may not be the one you're supposed to have a child with? Because I'm going to tell you something. Your body does this thing where it rejects the person that you're around. And I could give you little examples. Doesn't have to be in that case. Doesn't have to be like your body won't get pregnant by it. It's other things too as well. When you start dating someone, you start breaking out. You start dating someone, you start gaining weight. You start dating someone, you start losing money, you lose your job, your car breaks down, you start having family problems. What if that's happening because you're dating this individual? Think about it for a second. Ladies, have you ever dated someone, and soon as you started sleeping with them, you started breaking out? Like, your skin was clear before this, now you started breaking out. Your hair was thick and luscious, now it's thinning. We're not going to say skinny, you were the weight you wanted to be, because with skinny and fat and big, we don't use those terms anymore. It's, you were at your desirable weight, right? And then when you started dating this individual, you started gaining weight. You notice your pants aren't fitting you the way they used to, because you're eating more with this person. You never ate sugar before. Now you're eating sugar. You never ate junk food before, but now you're eating junk food. You never drank soda before, but now you're drinking soda. And I know you're gonna say, "Oh, well, that's what happens, when you start dating someone, you get comfortable." No, I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think you're supposed to stay where you are, comfortable or not. That's normal to me. You know what I mean? Like, you date other people and that doesn't happen, right? You ever date someone else and none of that happened? But it just so happens that it didn't work out between you guys, for whatever reason. Please pay attention to this. Not only that, your reproductive system will give you signs that you are with the wrong individual, that you're not supposed to be with this individual. There was a few women that I also do Reiki. I'm a certified Reiki master. I'm a level 3 Reiki master certified. I'm not doing Reiki at the moment. I will do Reiki soon, but not right now. There's certain things that I have to take care of within myself before I decide to give Reiki to other people. But I used to do Reiki between 2018, 2019, 2020. I think I stopped doing Reiki in 2021, 2022. But during those time periods, I specialized in Reiki for the sacral chakra. I used to help women heal their wombs in order for them to become pregnant. If they had any fibroids, any cysts, any PCOS, I would do Reiki on that to help them, overcome it, to eventually get pregnant. I remember I was called out to California. We're not going to get into details about that, but I was called out to California in 2020 to do Reiki on someone. She wanted to get pregnant and she suffered from PCOS. And she actually ended up conceiving a year later after receiving a few Reiki treatments from me. She, of course, going to the doctor. I wasn't the only one, you know what I mean? But I healed as much as her sacral chakra that I could. And she went to the doctor. She got her medication and everything too. But Reiki was a part of that. I'm not going to try to take all the credit for it. What I did was I helped her heal her sacral chakra, because your sacral chakra is where the reproductive system is. Okay. Situations like that, it's different. But if I do Reiki on you and you're getting medication and you're getting treatment and you're still not getting pregnant, then that means you're with someone that you're not supposed to be with, because your menstruation cycle will give you a big sign, a big warning, if you are not supposed to be with the person you're dealing with, that you're with. Like, example, you'll get longer periods. You'll get more cramping. If you were the type of person who just got regular periods and now all of a sudden you're dating someone, now your period won't stop. Like, you're getting longer, heavier periods. There's something in there that your body is telling you that it does not want to be with this person. Now think about the people that you've dated, that you've been intimate with, and your period has been normal. Now think about the people that you've been intimate with, and now because of that intimacy that you had with that person, your period is longer now. You know what I mean? You have to watch that. You got to look at that. If that happens, you really, really, really need to pull yourself away from that individual. Because I knew a woman whose period was fine. Her period was maybe normal cycle, normal bleeding, nothing too horrendous. She started dating this one guy. She's another one that came to me to get Reiki for her sacral chakra, because she realized her sacral chakra was unbalanced. So she comes to me and she tells me, Nosheen, I've been dating this guy. Well, first she says to me, my period used to be fine. It lasted maybe less than 7 days. And now it's at 14 days. It's at 13 days and it won't stop. And I said to her, okay, have you gone to the gynecologist to figure out? Because I always tell you, go to the doctor first. I will help you, but you still have to go to the doctor, because I'm not a gynecologist. I'm just a healer. So I can do as much as I can. So she said, yes, she's going to the gynecologist, and she wanted me to do Reiki for her. So I said, okay, fine. I did Reiki for her. And while I was doing Reiki for her, I got this image in my head of a man, and I explained, while I was doing Reiki on you, this is the image I received in my head. And she goes, oh my God, that's the guy I'm dating. And I was like, that's weird. Why did I see him while I was doing healing your sacral chakra? And she goes, well, it's funny that you mentioned something. And I'm like, what? She goes, you saw him while you were doing Reiki on me. Because I get images, I get pictures, I intuitively feel things as I'm healing an individual. So I shared with her what I saw. I saw some guy, whatever. I described the guy to her, and she said, oh, that's the guy I started dating. And as soon as I started being intimate with him, that's when my periods started getting longer. And is it possibly because that I'm intimate with him, or is it because I wasn't intimate for a long time before and now I'm actually intimate, and like maybe this is happening, and I was like, you mind if I pull cards on this? Because I do the healing part, and I use my intuition, but I use the cards, the tarot cards, as confirmation. So I asked the tarot cards, it was her period acting this way because of him and the connection that they had. And the tarot said yes, he was not good for her. He was not good for her pH balance. He was not good for her body. That's why when she was dating him, her period was longer than normal. And she told me that every time she turned around, she was bleeding when she was with him. Like her cycles were very short. Like a woman has a 28, 29 day cycle. Her cycle was about 16 days. After 16 days of her first period, she would start bleeding again. And I told her, oh my God, honey, it's him. I'm like, I don't know, I want to put it out there, but it might be him. And I said, why don't you refrain from sex with him for a little bit and see what happens? So she explains this to him. He's very understanding, and he says, okay, let's stop having, whatever sex. So they do. Her period stops. Like the way whatever was happening to her period, like the length of it shortened again. So she eventually ended up breaking up with him. And then I remember she came back to me to get another reading, and she told me, she goes, you know how you mentioned like when I was with that guy and my period was so long? And I was like, yeah. She goes, I broke up with him and now my period's back to normal. Your body will scream and tell you these things, ladies. So for the ladies who have PCOS, the ladies who aren't able to conceive, the ladies who are like having issues within their sacral chakra, meaning within their reproductive system, what are you doing? Who are you around? What energy is around you? Because that might be causing your period to behave like that. Because to be honest with you, you're not supposed to be in pain when you get your period. You're supposed to just bleed for a couple of days, and that's it. The cramping is not supposed to happen, from what I understand. Reading old text and speaking to the elders, they have said that it doesn't hurt. It's not supposed to hurt. It's just something natural that happens. It's a shedding of the lining, right? And you're just supposed to bleed through. It's not supposed to be so painful. Now think about all the times your periods are painful. That is not supposed to be happening. Well, number one cause is the red dye in the foods that we eat. So if you start eating cleaner, you start eating cleaner. When I say that is like when you eat vegetables, you eat more things with alkaline in it. You eat less meat, less things that will drag your body down, your spirit down. It's basically eating cleaner. Okay. Then see if it actually hurts when you get your period. I don't think it doesn't hurt that much. Not the way what these women were complaining. Like some said they couldn't even get out of bed. Some said they couldn't even go to work. And as women, we're the type of creatures where we bleed and we still go to work. We still go get, we finish what we need to do. We take care of business. As Beyonce say, we give birth and then we go take business. We need to go take care of business. That's amazing. I love that line. But think about it. The next time you're intimate with someone, please, please, please be careful. Be careful. Ask your spirit guides. Ask your ancestors. If honestly, it sounds really dumb, but ask them if you should sleep with this person. Ask them if you should go out with this person. I mean, if you ask them if you should take this job, or if you should buy this house, or if this house is haunted, or if something's attached to you. I think asking them, to if it's okay for you to engage with certain people, especially if someone new walks into your life, it's very, very important to be in touch with your body. If you see signs of something like that, like signs of breakages in your hair, your edges, you know what I mean? You're losing your hair, your face is breaking out where you had beautiful, smooth skin before, and now you're constantly getting like chin pimples and forehead pimples and pimples in your T-zone. That's your body telling you. Either if you're single, then it's the food and the environment you're in, okay? And the thought process that you have. That's what you're gonna have to change. But if you just got into a relationship and before this relationship, none of this existed, then it might be the individual that you're dating. There's a lot of ways your body will tell you that this is not the person you're supposed to be with. Okay? Like, think about that for a second before you decide to lay down with someone. It's always best to do your homework before you lay down with someone. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to figure out who this person is, what this person is, and what they're bringing into your life before you decide to become intimate with them. Like, I know we live in a society where people have sex like it's a handshake. People have a lot of friends with benefits, people have a lot of casual sex, but I think this is what people need to refrain from. If you can practice abstinence as much as you can, if you can be celibate, that's beautiful. Find the one that is supposed to be for you and wait. Because to be honest with you, you end up with the wrong person, you're going to end up with some disease or some health, issues. And not even diseases like sexually transmitted diseases, but diseases in a sense that this person can bring on. You know what I mean? If something is laying dormant in you, right? And you start dating this person and they basically click it to wake up in you, maybe that's what it was. Like, a lot of women, I notice it, and I feel so sad that a lot of women have been dating these men, and then all of a sudden these women didn't have PCOS in the beginning of their puberty time period, right? When you get your period. But as they get older, they start dating someone, and then they develop PCOS. I don't think that's normal. I think that it might be happening because you're dealing with an individual that's probably bringing this on to you. And again, this is just my theory. This is just what I've been looking at. But I really wanted to share it with you women because I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to take care of your bodies. In the future, I'll look more into what happens with men, if men are listening to me, because I don't want to be, prejudiced about this. But this is something that I was looking at. I was literally researching it and looking back and forth and talking to a few people. And this is what I came up with, that when you are with someone that you are not supposed to be with, when you're with someone that you're not aligned with, even your body responds towards that. Your body will respond towards it by the way it will tell you. Like, you ever get around someone and all you want to do is sleep? Like, you get so tired when you're around them. It feels like your energy is just gone. Oh my God, hold on. Sorry. Okay, I guess that's the truth coming out there. I just sneezed. Confirmation. And I don't think I ever sneezed such videos. That's so weird. I think I'm tapping on something. Oh, and they say if you sneeze, you're getting rid of a negative energy. All right, so I don't know what negative energy I just got rid of, but here you go. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. God bless me. But anyways, you have to be careful because these things will happen and you have to keep track of it. Like I said, a lot of times, like, your body will start to tell you that something is off. So please, 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 please be safe. Please take care of yourself. Try to refrain from just having intimacy with just anyone. Get to know that person. Understand that person. Look at their birth chart. What traumas are they bringing into your life? What trauma do they have to heal from? What trauma do you have to heal from before you decide to go into an intimate relationship? What really pisses me off is people running around, jumping into relationship after relationship without even helping themselves or healing themselves. Because you have to understand, hurt people will hurt other people. Healed people will heal other people. Okay? I love you guys. Hope you guys like this. Please hit the subscribe button. Again, you don't have to pay to subscribe. Okay? It's completely free. This is completely out of my time. You don't have to pay me for these videos. Okay? So just hit the subscribe button if you're interested in following about more things. Please hit the notification bell. Please hit the like button. And please leave a comment at the bottom and let me know what you think of this video. And please let me know, are you going through something like this? Maybe your PCOS is basically triggered by the person you're with. And, maybe you don't need all of this, all these medications and all of this, but maybe you just need to drop that person that you're dealing with, that you're sleeping with. Again, do you suffer from fibroids or something like that? Do they go away? Right? Do they shrink automatically when you're not having sex with certain individuals? Think about those things. You really, really become in tune with your body. Listen to what your body is saying. And for those women whose skin is completely nice and clean, and then all of a sudden when you start dating someone, you start to get breakouts. What is it, because of this person? Or even if it's not because of a person, check out the foods that you're eating. Why are you having gut issues? Because they tell you if you have chin pimples or pimples around the chin area, that's a gut issue problem. Like, there's something wrong with your gut. Maybe you need to detox your gut. You need to cleanse your gut. And best thing, and a little secret, ladies, lysine with zinc in it will help you clear your gut out, and probably, take care of those pimples as well too. Start eating healthier, start eating cleaner. Be careful what you put in your body. Your body is your temple. Please take care of it, and please take care of yourself. I love you guys. Until next time, it's your girl Nosh. Bye, guys.